Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Solution Seekers. I'm Kelly. I hope that everybody is doing all right. Another day of protests. LA was locked down at 4 p.m. Well, Santa Monica was. They moved up our curfew till 6 p.m. Just when I wanted to take a drive to kind of ease my mind with all this crap that's going on. How's everybody doing? How's everybody living? I hope well. I hope good. I hope not in a emotional distress. Life has a tendency on and bringing us some things that we're just not prepared for. Watching TV, seeing all these images. The images create perception. So, me myself, I'm always one to question what images am I seeing? Am I seeing the truth? Am I seeing this? Am I seeing that? And the reason I say that is because this morning when I woke up, or rather this afternoon, because I stay until like 4 a.m., um, I was seeing nationwide a different protest to where um, the cops weren't not acting accordingly as they should. They were running people over in cars, trampling people with horses, flagrantly pepper spraying people, pushing people aside. Um, but they're people just like us, and we all make bad decisions it typically at the worst possible time. I'm not trying to highlight cops in that action, but there's a whole lot that's not being seen. There's a whole lot that's not being said, and I'm saying all that because where are our leaders? Where's Trump? Where is Mitch McConnell? Where's Nancy Pelosi? Our illustrious leaders in Washington D.C. We haven't heard any. We have heard tweets, and then after at the this there was a commercial. Um, there was there's a rocket that was taking some people up in outer space. The first astronauts in a commercial endeavor, and he spoke on it a little bit. But you know what? He didn't speak on no hope. Where's the hope at? Just to try to feel the uncertainty that a lot of people are feeling. I'm starting to feel that way myself. I'm starting to run out of hope, and I try to. Most people who really know me know that I try to always remain optimistic. It's never what happens. It's about how we respond to this shit. You know, but I'm running out of steam, man. This just, 41 million people are unemployed. Um, the viral pandemic, civil unrest. The people just want justice. This country has a very long history of injustice when it comes to black people and people of color in general. But as far as these issues that are going on now, man, it's sad, it's pathetic, and all this stuff could have been avoided. You know, they want us to love them, but they don't really love us. And I'm only saying that because the true testament of a person's character, it's never what they say, it's what they do, and that's one of the reasons I don't trust a whole lot of politicians. I'm an independent. I don't go Democrat, Republican. I look at the person. Is the person, what's their record? What have they done up to this point? And you know what? I rather prefer to have somebody who's never done anything. It's just an average Joe who couldn't run for office. I would not Joe Biden. Uh, that's a whole nother story. Um, who do we put our trust into? Because obviously these jive turkeys aren't doing anything, and it's just I'm hearing more from Garcetti Gilbert, who's the mayor of LA. Garcetti for president. You know, I don't think at this point my words are not gonna be able to convey my true feelings. Hopefully, I can make some notes and save it for later. But yeah, where do we go? What's the solution? I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was talking about because solution seekers. I'm always about the solutions, but the solutions to this is shit. I, I don't know. I mean, does can any of you put some? And At the end of the day, I think everybody wants those other officers to get arrested. But you know what? This has just been a long. This has been in a long time coming, and the chickens have come home to roost. But how do we deal with it? How do we stop the looting? I don't like the looting. I don't like what I've seen today, images all over the country of small businesses being hurt just for people's greed. And a lot of those people were down there were just down there. Just I mean, there was a guy that was arrested. So the reporter goes up and she asks him, "So why were you really here?" He says, "Man, I was just coming down here to get paid." So how sad, you know. It's beyond pathetic. But you know what? Everybody's in a different position, and you know what? In the last few months, um, you never know what position all of this COVID has created in a person's life. You don't know if they're hungry, if they're starving, and people will do just about anything to put food on the tables. But then there's also greed. There's also an easy payday because I'm watching images of people from all nationalities just walking out with just armloads of stuff, and I was like, man, this is not what it's all about. But then there's always going to be the negative element in everything else, and you can be ignorant and trying to generalize like a lot of people do. See what they're doing? They're all looters, but they're not because as some people are, as a lot of people are walking out of these stores and these businesses with all these garments or these products that they didn't pay for. So many people are trying to stop them. There's one woman in Santa Monica, and they kept running her over news over and over and over. And some guy was taking a hammer, and he was trying to bang in there and knock the window out. And she got in, she jumped right in front of him. He pushed her away, she jumped right back again. And you know what? That's that's one tough Latina. Um, that's what I'm talking about. And then she stood vigil over that door front, and I guess later on, as the time goes by, she left and some people broke into it, of course, and basically Santa Monica's tore up, Long Beach was tore up, downtown is tore up, and I know in a lot of other areas, what I do appreciate is that sheriff in Michigan who decided to put down his hat, put down his helmet, put down his baton, and walk and talk to the people and walk in solidarity with them. See, that's what we need. He de-escalated the situation right off top because that's all people want to do. They just take down these emotional responses and walk with us in solidarity. And I realize that a lot of cops feel, however, because we're dealing with people, they can be pro or against or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's all about making the situation less tolerable so nobody gets hurt. There was a drive-by down in downtown LA tonight, and off Olympic and Broadway, and more looting, and somebody took an opportunity to go kill somebody. How unfortunate, But I don't know where do we go? What do we do? Hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. I would truly appreciate it. If you have any ideas about what can we possibly do to try to get over this hump, aside from having those other officers arrested, because at this point, I believe that the justice system in the United States is under a microscope, and with good reason, because it should have been a long time ago. And I don't think the people are just going to accept. And this is collectively. When I say people, I'm talking about everybody. Because this is not a racial issue. Because everybody's coming to support this. It's the injustices of what's been going on, the legacy of some of the United States institutions that are not taking care of some of the citizens. But yet they want us to pay taxes, they want us to do this, and they want us to do that, but you're not really taking care of us. And that's unfortunate, what do we do? Where do we go? If you have any ideas, please please let me know, because we can brainstorm and try to come up with something. I have some medical issues, so that's coming up, as well as seeing all this, knowing that there's been some talk of having a 24-hour lockdown here in Los Angeles because it's getting so out of whack. But at the end of the day, it's never what happens. It's it's about how I respond to it. And my motto is, it's never about me. It's about everybody else. Because the longer I focus on the human condition, such as those looters, I'm never going to be satisfied. But if I can, for a moment, look at the human spirit. The human spirit is something that can't be contained. It's just free flowing. It's everywhere. It's been here for as long as the human species has been on this planet. And I like to invest in that. But that seems to be a rarity these days. And for whatever reason, I try to just like keep hope alive, man. And hopefully at this point going forward that collectively we can start, everybody can start judging people, as King said, not on the color of the skin, but the content of their character, and I think that just speaks volumes. Well, that's all I really got to say this evening. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody's trying to deal with the situation the best we possibly can. Some states are starting to open up now, and be careful. The COVID is still out there, and it's been kind of downplayed the last couple of days, but it's still out there. And as the states are starting opening up, which we have to get back, our economy is tanking, so there's no getting around that. So please, people, be safe. Thank you, and until next time, you guys have a great day.